Good morning, everyone. Hope that you are safe and well wherever you are. Whenever you're watching this, we are glad that you are here with us in worship today. So one of the great traditions of school is yearbooks. Well, here I have Salato's last year's yearbook. Yearbooks have been around for a long time. Here's my college yearbook. Even as far back as the ancient times when I was in high school, my high school yearbook. Good times. One of the things about yearbooks that people always did was autograph them. And so if you look in mine, there is lots of writing in there. People writing notes to each other and reminiscing over all of the good times that the year brought. And one of the things people always promised was to keep in touch. Whether that's for the summer or whether after you've graduated, people always want you to keep in touch. How often do we keep that promise, really? I mean, with our close friends, maybe, but with those people that we just kind of know, right? We don't always keep in touch. It's pretty easy to sort of let relationships lag when we don't actually see someone every day. Now, it's probably a little easier these days because we have cell phones and social media and we can sort of pretend to be involved in each other's lives. But really, to any depth, we do sometimes let those things lag, especially over the summer when we maybe don't see each other quite as much. Now, in today's passage in Mark 14, this is the passage about the Garden of Gethsemane when Jesus is going to the cross and he's praying, he's in agony, and he asks some of his closest friends to go with him and keep him company and pray with him. And it's nighttime, so they fare miserably, like me trying to say the word fail. They fail miserably. They're trying to stay awake, and you know how it can be sometimes. You're sitting down, maybe you think about praying, you close your eyes, and the next thing you know, you're out. It's happened to me, I don't know, a couple thousand times. It happens to everybody, and the disciples do that here. And Jesus kind of chastises them, like, why can't you stay awake for a little while with me? And it says at the end, that the last time he asked them, they didn't have anything to say. Now, what does this have to do with us today, really? Well, I think sometimes our relationship with God can sort of feel like our relationships in the yearbook. We write each other a note at the end of the year and we say, we'll keep in touch. And summer gets busy and we're having vacations, we're having fun, we're doing sports camps. And maybe we sort of see our relationship with God as like a thing that sort of exists during the school year when youth group is going on or church is going on. And that really isn't the way our relationship with Jesus should work. And the good news about that is Jesus is always willing to welcome us back. He's willing to talk to us again. Because the people who read Mark's gospel knew the end of the story. Peter and John and James and those people became great heroes of the faith. And this story about them not praying wasn't the end. It wasn't the end of their relationship with Jesus. And in fact, it was kind of just the beginning. So I think sometimes we beat ourselves up a little bit when we start to try to get back into the routine of building that relationship with God, which is like any relationship. It has to be built. It has to be maintained. And we get a little bit of guilt about that, about getting back with God. You know what I mean? Like praying again and sort of getting back into the flow of things. Kind of like that text that we forgot to reply to and we kind of let it go on a little too long. And so it can keep us away. But the good news is it doesn't have to, because Jesus is always willing to accept us with open arms. He's willing to love us. He's willing to accept us. He's willing for our lack of praying with him to not be the end of the story, just like the disciples. It wasn't the end of the story. There was more darkness to come, but in the end, they were triumphant. And in the end, they had amazing lives of faith. And we can have that too. It's never too late to come back, whether that's in-person youth group, whether it's church, maybe it's just opening your Bible again and reading a gospel, or spending some time going for a walk and praying, and asking to feel God's love and leaving your heart open to see the world through his eyes and feel his love. Whatever it is, God's always there with his grace waiting for us. Hope that you will feel that this week. We would love to see you at youth, or we will see you online soon. Love all of you guys. Bye.